In today's video, we're going to be talking about the conspiracy behind people with dead eyes, or in quotes, black eyes.
In her lawsuit, singer and model Cassie Ventura described terrifying moments with music mogul Sean "Diddy" Combs. Moments where he snapped. Moments where he became someone or something else. She said, his eyes turned black. This phrase isn't new. Victims of abuse across the world, across cultures and generations, have said the same thing. He changed. Something took over him. His eyes turned black. But what does it actually mean? In ancient folklore, black eyes symbolized possession. Demons didn't come with horns and tails. They came with empty eyes, where humanity used to be. In paranormal accounts, black-eyed entities represent the absence of empathy. No soul, no regret, just power, just domination. From a psychological standpoint, eyes turning black can be a metaphor for emotional dissociation. A person disconnects from reality. They enter a predatory mindset. Cold, detached. They feel nothing except control. Cassie's words aren't just poetic. They're a survival instinct, a visual warning. The moment she saw the switch, she knew violence was coming. It wasn't just anger. It was something darker, a possession, not by spirits, but by ego, addiction, power, and unchecked rage. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, one thing is clear. When a person's eyes turn black, metaphorically or otherwise, they are no longer themselves. Something else has taken over. Something that doesn't love. Something that doesn't care. Something that feeds off fear. This isn't just about one man. It's about a pattern of abuse, silence, and power. When survivors describe black eyes, they're describing that moment, that shift, that loss of humanity in the person hurting them. So when someone says, his eyes turned black, believe them, because that's when the monster appears. They say evil doesn't always look like a monster. Sometimes it smiles, sometimes it sings, and sometimes it lives behind the eyes of someone you thought you knew. That's what Cassie said about Sean "Diddy" Combs, that every time he became violent, every time he raged, his eyes turned black, not like pupils dilating, not a trick of the light, but like the soul behind them was gone. Throughout history and folklore, black eyes have symbolized one terrifying thing: possession. In the Bible and ancient texts, when someone was overtaken by demonic forces, their eyes would darken. The person they were no longer existed. In paranormal lore, black-eyed beings are a sign of soullessness. No emotion, no empathy, just control, violence, hunger for power. He would snap. His eyes turned black. What was she seeing? A man consumed by fame and power? Or something darker? For Cassie, that moment didn't just signal anger. It was the transformation, the instant where he became a predator. No remorse, no mercy, no way out. Was it possession? Or was it the raw face of unchecked power, addiction, and abuse? Maybe it doesn't matter. Because when someone's eyes turn black, the person you once knew is gone, and something else is staring back.
There's a strange conspiracy going on social media about people who have black eyes. With the ongoing trial between Cassie and Diddy, where she came out to say Diddy's eyes will totally go black, or his pupils will go black whenever he wants to attack her or abuse her. A lot of people came out to talk about people who have dark eyes or black eyes whenever you have an argument or a confrontation with them. I'm going to roll the clip, let us watch, then I'll be sharing my thoughts about this video at the end. Don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'm going to see you guys at the end.
I know I look crazy, but not crazier than what I'm about to say. Those TikToks of people talking about they seen people with black eyes. One lady saw that black-eyed man in the grocery store, and then another man I just saw said that he saw somebody walking behind him with black eyes. I've encountered the same type of experience, not once, but multiple times. Before I even go into the detail in the story, that I want y'all to know that these are demons, and demons do possess people, period. Y'all know I used to work as a spicy dancer, and I was in a club one time. It's normal to have creepy guys kind of follow you around because they want to dance or want to buy you a drink or, you know, whatever. I'm not thinking too much of it, but after seeing this dude kind of creepily follow me around, I finally sit down with him at the bar, and we're having a drink, and we're talking, and I noticed he was doing a constant like sign on my leg. Like he did it like 3 or 4 times, and even though at the time I wasn't spiritually that sensitive because I was doing so wrong, I'm like, what are you doing? My discernment went off, and it wasn't even strong then, and I basically was like, he's trying to curse me. And when I tell y'all, I looked him dead in his face and I said, the blood of Jesus. When I tell you, his eyes went pitch black. Now I'm not talking about no I thought I saw it. No, eyes went pitch black. He pulled his shirt down, and he had literally a Satanist tattoo right on his chest. I got so scared I knocked my drink over, and I kind of held my composure, but when I tell you, I was shaking. He laughed, and I got up and I walked away. Demons are real. They are out here. They will try to target you. They will try to scare you. People don't believe you when you say you see these things, but these things are real. I want y'all to know this. The spiritual realm is more gangster than the physical, okay? And once you realize that, you will never ever think it's a hallucination or you just heard something. Time is dwindling down into the rapture, and God not playing. So seeing these things daily is going to start happening, because that thin line between the physical realm and the spiritual realm is thinning out like super much. So y'all just stay prayed up for real. I love y'all, and so does Jesus.
You ever got into an argument with somebody and their eye turned black? Let me tell you why. That demon finna take over their whole body. And the longer you sit there, your life finna be in danger. Whatever happened to you is going to be over. You may die. They may choke you. They're going to go into a rage. See, that demon can't control you with the voice. See, now it's time for the physical part. It's time to put the hands on you now. See, your spirit too strong. So now, in order to get rid of you, to stop you from having power, they're going to take you out. So I advise you to stop arguing with somebody like that. You see somebody raging and yelling in your face, be quiet. Step back. Step back. Keep looking at them. Step back. You turn your back. It's over with. Just like that. Be very careful.
Now this is scary. Narcissists. They say their eyes turn black. Not just black, like stone cold dead, like shark's eyes.
Yeah.
Well, what they've found is that people that suffer from narcissistic personality disorder actually have more hormones in their bloodstream than non-NPD sufferers. And their intense anger and rage causes their pupils to dilate more than a normal person.
Wow.
Have you guys seen this shit? It is fucking crazy scary.
I'm a diagnosed sociopath, and this is why I believe that sociopaths and psychopaths have soulless eyes. If we wanted to show you our souls, we would. People say it's like we have shark eyes, and look, that may be true. Something happens when we're pushed to our limits or when we see prey. It's like an instinctual suppression of emotion. We can act out our impulses without being bogged down. We put on a mask so that we seem kind, generous, or even human. But you'll notice the smile never reaches the eyes. Psychopaths often use it as a control mechanism. They want their subject to know that they can flip at any moment. What better way to make someone walk on eggshells? In person, when you look into a psychopath's or a sociopath's eyes, you will feel a jolt in your chest. Also, I've been told.
In a very dangerous place. Once you see those eyes go black, and I'm talking about you see no white in the pupil, you are literally looking at a person that has literally been suppressed. The real person, the person that would have the ability to logic and reason with you in that moment, is so severely depressed. What you're actually dealing with at that moment is a demonic spirit that is completely controlling and operating a human body. And at that moment, that narcissist is completely out of control. Woo, boy. Let me tell you something. This is so serious. This is so serious. I need you all to really hear what I'm saying. It is so serious. Why is it so serious? Because when you see this happening, usually the person themselves are even unaware of what they're saying, unaware of what they're doing, or either they're unaware or sometimes they have just gotten to the point because the spirit will allow them to get to a place where they just don't care. They don't care. At that point, you are in grave danger and they can do anything to you. Some of y'all are going to testify and say that they could do anything to you. They could say anything to you. When you see those black eyes, you hear them say some of the most horrific things out of their mouths that you never thought that they could say to you. Oh, they told you all kinds of stuff. They wish you would die. They hope they wish you would do that something would happen on the road, with your car, all kinds of stuff. If you're taking trips, they'll tell you they hope something happens to the plane. I mean, they will tell you they hope you get this and you get that and something happens so horribly to you. They say those types of things. When you see them black eyes, you are literally listening. And some of y'all heard the voice even change. It didn't even sound like the narcissist. I said it. Hit that like button for me. Oh, y'all need to share this thing right here. It didn't even sound like the narcissist. Sometimes a demon will talk through the person's voice. Sometimes there's another voice you hear. That's what it is. And what really concerns me is that people have stayed seeing this more than one time. Listen, I'm telling you, if you ever witness this, I don't care if they've been a diagnosed narcissist or not. If you ever witness this in a person, I don't care who it is, you better run and run fast. Because once a person has allowed a spirit to come in and literally possess.
One really big sign that you're dealing with a narcissist is if you tell him how you feel, like you're crying around him, he did something to really hurt you. He will have absolutely no remorse for you. He'll look you dead in your eyes, have no emotion. There'll be zero emotion when it comes to your feelings. He has no empathy. He doesn't know how to have empathy for you. And if you see that he's just has no reaction to you crying around him, that's a full-on narcissistic trait. Again, they don't know how to feel for other people's emotions. They're gonna have this like dead look in their eyes. You know how they say like dead eyes? There's just nothing there, like no emotion. Like you're looking, it's like you're looking at a doll, when they just stare at you like this. Like it's truly like so insane. If you've been around a narcissist who like you cry around or like they've hurt your feelings, they'll just stare at you. They don't really know what else to do with that. And they don't care. They do not care, because in their eyes, they're the victim and you hurt them. So you crying, that doesn't make any sense to them, because you shouldn't have done a certain thing for them to react to you the way that they're reacting to you. Therefore, your tears like mean nothing to them. So watch out for this trait. If you see that, there's zero emotion with this man, so dangerous, like extremely dangerous person. He's gonna be just this awful a person to be with. So watch out for this. If you see like this for the first time, please run. Please run. This is a scary person.
They start raging like never before. Their dark side comes out and their eyes turn black. It's a terrifying experience, and it will probably freak you out the first time you see it. It feels like you're interacting with a thing that doesn't even have a soul. A narcissist's brain is wired a little bit differently than in someone who's not narcissistic, and they don't really have empathy for other people. which is why they don't care about your feelings or emotions when they interact with you. So when a narcissist gets angry and their eyes turn black, it's because whenever someone gets angry, their eyes reflect that. The pupils dilate and the iris becomes bigger. But with a narcissist, they expand. They go crazy with anger, and it shows in their eyes as this blackness because of the pupils expanding and because of the high hormone levels that can't be found in a non-narcissistic, angry person's bloodstream. So when a narcissistic person gets angry, it's almost like they're gone, and they're stuck in this ego state, which is a loop of attacking and defending.
What the black eyes thing means, when somebody has completely black eyes, no light, no pupil, no color whatsoever, that is demonic possession. When I was little, I didn't know my father very well because I only had weekends with him. I didn't ever have a good relationship with him because when I was a child, I was scared of him. This is a bit of a personal share. I haven't actually told this to too many people, but I remember as a child, I saw his eyes go completely dark so many times, and he would get angry and lose control of himself. It's like he was half there and half not. It's like something else kind of came over. And as a young adult, I was really making efforts to distance myself from my father because I could see that something was wrong, right? That he would be okay, and then he would not be okay. And it would completely flip so quickly, and I could see it come over his face and over his eyes. And it's almost like he didn't have his presence of himself. And so I'm sharing this because when you see somebody that has completely black eyes, that's demonic possession. They're not there. They moved away. Something else is in the front seat. So when that man in that video described that situation, I knew exactly what he had encountered. And as we wake up, as we absorb more light and raise the frequency of the planet by doing this ascension process, you know, being part of this as a great human experience, we're going to start seeing stuff that we didn't notice before. And that's very much fourth dimensional frequency things. That's why a lot of people are seeing weird creatures everywhere in the mountains, in the dark, and catching weird stuff on their cameras outside of their homes in the nighttime. It's because these are fourth level dimensional beings that exist on the fourth dimensional plane, and we're now starting to see them. And this is what awakening is.
So when someone's looking at you, but they're not really looking at you, you know what that feels like, don't you? And a lot of psychopathic people, a lot of narcissists do that. So part of their face pretends to be interested in you. They are looking at you in the eye, but they're not really looking at you. They're thinking of something else. They're seeing in you what they can get out of you. They're seeing you as an object. Eyes are hard to lie. They tell you something. Now, actors, very skilled actors, can kind of create some of these impressions. But one thing that they can't fake is the tone in their voice. And actors will tell you that it's the hardest thing to actually consciously control. So the voice of a person tells you a lot about their confidence levels, tells you a lot about, you know, how just about their general emotional tone, about their character, about who they are. It's very difficult to fake. And when it's hesitant, when it's like stammering, when it's not, you know, you can kind of sense something from people's voice, and it's very hard to fake. And then the smile tells you 100 different things if you know how to read it. There's the authentic smile, which I'm not going to fake right now, but well, it lights up the whole face, you know, like you really feel joy. You can't fake it. Your eyes go up, your cheeks go up, everything kind of connects together, right? The fake smiles, you know.
Yeah,
we've all seen the fake smile.
Just when the mouth goes up and the rest of the face doesn't bother.
Stephen, I really like you. You're wonderful.
Never date a guy that has dead eyes. Someone with dead eyes will look like they're looking through you, like their eyes are not even connected to their body. One of the first ways you know that you're dealing with a narcissist or a psychopath is that there will be no emotion in their eyes.
People with black eyes are not normal people. Before you think that having brown or green eyes is normal, not at all. But here, I'm talking about pure black eyes, so dark you can't even tell where the iris ends and the pupil begins. This type of eye is so rare that for many it shouldn't even exist. There's a theory that says people with black eyes aren't 100% human. They carry traits traces in their DNA of something that came before us. A bloodline science doesn't confirm, but that appears from time to time among us. Ancient civilizations called them the Watchers, beings that looked human but had eyes as black as night. They were described as cold, too calm, and always watching. And the strangest part? In every report, these people never showed real emotions. Their eyes were always the same, still observant and eerily empty. But that's not even the worst part. Black eyes are as rare as brown eyes. They only appear in people of distant lineage, people who came from something far beyond human comprehension. And do you know someone with black eyes? Send this video to them, I bet they will be shocked. I doubt there is anyone with dark eyes in this video because there is hardly anyone. Comment your eye color below. Let's see how many of you have truly black eyes.
If you're interested in a guy and his eyes are like this, let me do the eye. Even he's laughing, he's like run. There's something going on upstairs that you don't want no parts of. You don't want to know? Don't go trying to play detective and say, boy, I'm going to have to figure this out. I'm going to have to find out what's going on with this guy. I have to crack the code. You might just get cracked because they're normally abusive. Am I lying? I'm so sorry for scaring y'all in my last video about crazy eyes, aka dead eyes. But women, I tell you no jokes and I tell you no lies. When you see these men, it's because something is going on upstairs that's not too nice. Or they're abusive. Or both. When you see these eyes in women, how can I put this? They are normally seductresses. They can seduce a man easily. Men will find themselves just falling head over heels in love with them. They don't even know why. In Jamaica, we call them dreamy eyes. Men, when you see them in women, you love them. Women, when you see them in men, run. Are you familiar with something called pattern recognition? It's when you see a trait in a group of people over a period of time. So this is just my observation. Take it or leave it.
90% of women who have been victims of sexual abuse or domestic violence have experienced black eyes or have seen black eyes in the eyes of their abuser. Most of these women come out to expose how the man who usually used to say, I love you, became a monster, because when they looked into his eyes, the minute he was abusing them or punching them or raping them or whatever he was doing to them, they couldn't see any soul. His eyes completely went dead. They saw no soul, they saw no empathy, no love. This isn't the person they were dealing with. And when you look into these people's eyes, even when their eyes turn dark completely and their pupils are dark, you get chills just looking at them in that state. It's like evil looking back at you. There's a clip of Rihanna online, and she said when she was being interviewed about the domestic violence situation she had with her ex-boyfriend Chris Brown, she mentioned in this video that there was no soul in his eyes when he was committing the abuse. When he was beating her up, there was no soul in his eyes. This wasn't the person who would tell her, I love you, I care about you, I'm here for you. She said she was dealing with a totally different entity. When you see someone whose eyes totally go black and this person is abusing you or trying to get you, you are dealing with a demonic entity. You're not dealing with a normal human being. This is not someone who you can reason with. You cannot reason with them at that point because they are a different person. It's like something has just possessed them and they are trying to, like a demon that just possesses them. And that's what I would say. Men who beat women up, men who rape women, men who take advantage of women, people who do horrible things to other people, they are demon possessed. Like, for you to be able to do evil to another person, there should be a demonic entity that has possessed you to be able to do it. Normal people don't just wake up out of the blue and hurt people, kill people, rape people, abuse people. Normal human beings don't do that. For you to be able to do that, you have submitted yourself to evil, to a point where evil is manifesting through you. Narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths, they have dead eyes. I don't really want to say everyone who has dead eyes or everyone whose eyes goes black is actually demon possessed or has a problem. I'm just trying to say most people whose eyes go dead and whose eyes go completely black, especially during a confrontation, when you're having an argument with them or when they don't get their way at something, their eyes go black, then you should be scared. you're not dealing with a person. And especially when you feel these chills all over your body, when their eyes go dark, and it just feels like it's another person in front of you and not the person you used to know, you should be scared. They are energy vampires, they are toxic, they want to get from you, they see you as an object, they see you as a resource. These are not good people. Besties, what are your thoughts concerning people who have black eyes or dead eyes? What are your thoughts? Drop them in the comment section. I'm dying to see them, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you.